Hello, I'm Alex Began.
And I'm Mary O'Regan, and we'd like to welcome you to Extraordinary Faith.
On Extraordinary Faith, we journey from such diverse locales as the European-style churches of America's Northeast to the mission-style churches of the Southwest.
If you want to get a seat here on Sundays, you have to arrive over 30 minutes before Mass because it's standing room only.
We revel in the art, architecture, music, and people who celebrate traditional forms of historic Catholicism.
There's very large numbers of people from the Philippines attending Mass here. Tell us a little bit about their presence here.
I would say that they too experience something wonderfully transcendent in a Mass that for many of them they remember from their childhood. I think it would be a mistake to think that they gather here purely for nostalgia, because they are very much engaged in this moment of prayer and praise.
We'll tell you a bit about our backgrounds and what motivates us to travel the world seeking the older forms of Catholicism exposed in new ways.
Growing up in Ireland, I always heard about the people who had risked their lives to go to secret masses in rural, isolated parts of the Irish countryside. If the people at the Mass got word that the soldiers were about to descend upon them, one of the lay people would trade clothes with the priest and wear his vestments so that they would be murdered in his place.
We explore how modern technology is empowering a new generation to connect with the timeless treasures of our faith.
The evangelization might be by means of technology. We have our Facebook page, we have Twitter, we have new ways of reaching out to people, yet it's still the same beautiful church that we're promoting.
From Theodore Marier's time onwards, there's a recording in 1967, I think it was the first, and he made 6 LPs which have not been available for a long time. So we've just recently re-released 2, which all of these CDs, including the re-release, are available from our school website.
We learn how Catholic singles face the challenges of meeting a mate who shares the vocation of marriage.
Is it possible for a young single woman to meet her husband on a pilgrimage?
Oh, certainly a pilgrimage.
Why?
Well, online dating, you can pretend to be anything you want, but it's pretty hard on a pilgrimage when you're in pain or tired or, not at your showy best, to be a very real person. And also, if they're doing a pilgrimage, that they're serious about it.
I think in today's day and age, it is hard to find a love interest anyway, just the way the culture is going. But I think specifically too in the Catholic world, because there's quite a few groups, but they are still small groups.
We'll focus on how sharing rituals and prayers that have long endured can put troubling events in a healing perspective.
In the wake of the terrible losses suffered during the Boston Marathon just 10 days prior, this Mass will be especially healing for a community in need of peace and stability.
Our half-hour series, Extraordinary Faith, will create a common parish of learning.
The touch that you use on the piano can change the sound, whereas in the organ it's much more of an objective instrument, where you have to use the stops or pipes to meet your needs.
And an atmosphere of wonder for Catholics all over the world.
Join in next time when we explore more insights into historic Catholicism.